Ever wondered what adventures lie just beyond the looking glass? Welcome, bookworms, to Ace Book Talk. Today, we re-diving headfirst into the fantastical world of Through the Looking Glass, the sequel to Lewis Carroll's beloved Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. Lewis Carroll, whose real name was Charles Lutwidge Dodson, was an English author, mathematician, logician, Anglican deacon, and photographer. Born in 1832, he lived a relatively quiet life as a mathematics lecturer at Christ Oxford. Yet, beneath this academic exterior resided a brilliant mind brimming with imagination and a gift for playful storytelling. The Alice books, inspired by stories he told to Elise Liddell and her sisters, are a testament to his unique blend of logic and absurdity. Through the Looking Glass, published in 1871, further explores these themes, presenting Alice's journey into a world even stranger and more symbolic than Wonderland. Our story begins on a snowy winter day. Elise, now a little older, is playing with her kittens when she wonders what it's like on the other side of her drawing room mirror. Through some magical thinking, she finds herself able to climb through the looking glass and enter a world that is a reversed, chess-like version of her own. The first thing Elise encounters is a house that she can only see the back of. She enters the house and finds that the chess pieces are alive. The White Queen, who lives in the house, is incredibly scatterbrained and has trouble remembering things. She offers Elise employment as her lady's maid, but then quickly fires her when Elise proves not to be very helpful. Elise then meets the Red Queen, who informs her that the entire world is laid out like a giant chessboard. To become a queen herself, Elise must advance to the 8th square. And so begins Elise's game. Her journey is a series of encounters, each stranger and more bewildering than the last. She meets Tweedledee and Tweedledum, two plump little men who are constantly arguing and about to fight, only to be scared away by Agent Crow. She witnesses a mock battle between the Lion and the Unicorn, a chaotic and nonsensical affair. She struggles to understand the logic, or rather the illogic, of the looking-glass world, where things are often reversed, nonsensical poems make perfect sense, and memories can work both backwards and forwards. One of the most memorable episodes involves Humpty Dumpty, perched precariously on a wall. Elise tries to engage him in polite conversation, but Humpty Dumpty is arrogant and obsessed with defining words according to his own whims. He believes he can make words mean whatever he chooses, a pointed satire on the abuse of language and power. Elise also travels by train with a gnat, a rocking horse flea, and a beetle. The train jumps over brooks and through fireplaces until Elise gets off the train and ends up in a forest where things have no names. She meets a fawn, and together they walk through the forest, forgetting who they are. When they exit the forest, the fawn remembers that she is a fawn and gets scared, so it runs away from Elise. As Elise progresses through the chessboard world, she encounters the White Knight, a kind and eccentric figure who tries to help her on her way. He is a gentle, impractical inventor, constantly falling off his horse but always ready with another bizarre invention. He represents a sort of innocent, well-meaning foolishness. He escorts her to the final square where she becomes a queen. Finally, Elise reaches the 8th square and becomes a queen. However, her coronation quickly turns into a chaotic banquet, with the Red and White Queens behaving outrageously. The absurdity escalates until Elise loses patience and shakes the Red Queen, who then transforms into Alice's kitten. Elise then awakens, back in her drawing room, wondering if it was all a dream. So, what can we take away from this fantastical journey through the looking glass? Beyond the sheer entertainment value, Carroll's work offers insightful commentary on language, logic, and the nature of reality. The book encourages us to question assumptions, to embrace the absurd, and to recognize the power of imagination. One of the key themes is the exploration of identity. Alace's journey is a quest to define herself in a world that constantly challenges her sense of self. She is forced to adapt, to question, and to navigate a landscape where the rules are constantly changing. This resonates with our own lives, where we are constantly evolving and adapting to the challenges and opportunities that come our way. The book reminds us that it's okay to feel lost or confused sometimes, and that the journey of self-discovery is an ongoing process. The emphasis on language is another important takeaway. Carroll cleverly highlights how easily words can be manipulated and how important it is to think critically about the language we use. Humpty Dumpty's assertion that he can make words mean whatever he chooses is a warning against the abuse of language and the dangers of taking words at face value. It encourages us to be mindful of the power of language and to use it responsibly. Ultimately, Through the Looking Glass is a celebration of the imagination. Carroll invites us to embrace the absurd, to revel in the nonsensical, and to allow our minds to wander beyond the confines of logic. The book reminds us that there is a certain joy in exploring the impossible and that sometimes the most profound truths can be found in the most unlikely places. Through the Looking Glass is not just a children's story, it's a philosophical exploration of the human condition, disguised as a fantastical adventure. It's a book that can be enjoyed on multiple levels, offering something new with each reading. So, step through the looking glass, embrace the absurd, and let your imagination soar. Thanks for joining me on this trip into the realm of Lewis Carroll. If you liked this video, hit the like button and subscribe for more book recommendations. And let me know in the comments what's your favorite part of Through the Looking Glass. Until next time, happy reading.